Shalom, Yashala. I'm gonna start this lesson by giving all praise, all glory, all honor, all blessing, all truth, all wisdom belong to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushai, by Hashem, Wakakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles, great millstone that teach us will well and who will well to the Akwakudash and salutation to Akim that's in highways and byways doing this work and truth and sincerity. Shalom, shalom. Today's lesson is about a the Netherlands, right? Esau, ruling by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, profane way are ruling the society. Okay, they declare their sins as Sodom and they hide it not. Okay, and I got this video. Okay, to show you the this man, this man that look like an Edomite, asking for help. See, it's not calling upon the Most High, okay, to help, but it's calling upon America, it's calling upon Russia, China, or all those other nations to bomb his own country, right? Let's play that. Emergency SOS. Let's play at the beginning right here. This is from Solomon Bucci, right? This is an emergency SOS call from the Netherlands. All hope is lost. Please save us. I'm calling on the international community to do something about the extreme disease that is in charge of the Netherlands. Just tonight, our parliament discussed a new law that will allow two men to donate DNA material to create a joint embryo out of two men, meaning a child born of two men, and will also allow a single person to mate with themselves to produce a self-fertilized egg and then create a child with only one biological parent. This comes after the Netherlands legalized gay marriage, after we had the first gay prime minister, after we invented the Dutch protocol, which is an unscientific, unproven way of castrating a man and then giving him a fake vagina with tissue from out of his ass. I'm not kidding about that. We're allowing euthanasia of children from ages 12 and up, and 16 and 17-year-olds can have themselves euthanized without their parental consent. We are also allowing, under the Groningen Protocol, the euthanasia of children up to 1 year old. So if you don't like your child, you can get rid of it after it's been born. Of course, we have abortion up to birth, right? We had the world's first pedophile party taking part in our elections. My God, I can't do this anymore. As you can see, this man is the profane and ungodly way of Esau Edom has spread throughout the four corners of the earth, man. And that's the man we're dealing with out here. Okay? Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? That's the wicked and profane way of Esau Edom, the so-called white man. Okay? As you can see, the man say he cannot deal with it. Okay? But he look at Edomite, but the way he's speaking, hey, this man might be an Israelite, man. Because but the way he's speaking, it's not calling upon the Lord to help. Okay? But hey, the way he's speaking, it's calling upon the international nations like America. America is the most profane than this nation right there. Okay? Most profane than the Netherlands. Russia. All those nations with Esau Edom is ruling over are some of the most profane nation on earth, man. Okay? Let's keep. I wasn't born to grow up in this Sodom and Gomorrah of the world. I am of the opinion that this country needs to be vaporized. And I hereby call upon President Donald Trump, on President Putin of Russia, and the Ayatollah of Iran to point your nuclear rockets at this country and blast it to away with us. This cannot heal without first bombing it to the ground. That's what happens. You see, as you can see, Yasha this man want them to bomb it to the ground. But the Lord gonna make it happen. Because Yahweh power by Hashem Yahushua is just power, man. Okay? At the end of the day, Esau is crying right now. Okay? Let's go to Job, man.
Job chapter 18, verse 5. Yea, the light of the wicked shall be put out, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. As you're seeing right now, it's the light of the wicked being put out because they don't know what they're supposed to do again no more, man. Okay, and the spark of his fire shall not shine. Okay, they don't have the light no more. They don't have the shine that they have no more, and that's why they reserve themselves to all those profane and ungodly things, man. Okay, the light shall be dark and his tabernacle, and this is the tabernacle of Esau, Edom, and Europe, man, where they're ruling. Okay, and his candle shall be put out with him. The steps of his strength shall be straightening, and his own counsel shall cast him down. It's the counsel, those laws they're making are casting them down. That's how ungodly, that's how wicked and profane that they are. Okay? For he is cast unto the net by his own feet, and he walk upon his net. This is the snare that the Lord set for them, man. Because of their wicked way, the giant shall take him by the heel, and the robber shall prevail against him. Okay, the snare is laid for him in the ground, and the trap for him in the way. Terror shall make him afraid on every side, and shall drive him to his feet. Okay, what you're seeing right now is the error of the leaders of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, right? See, this man is crying. Okay, you have to go to let me see. Okay, Ecclesiasticus, I think 13, verse 1. Let me see. Okay, Ecclesiasticus, no, that's Sirach, the 10, verse 2. As the judge of the people is himself, so as his officers, and what matter of men the ruler of the city is, such as are all they that dwell therein. Remember, those people vote for those people to be in power, and that's exactly what they are. Okay, the Netherlands is a bunch of sodomites, right? Okay, and America, they could till they're calling upon her to destroy them. It's one of the biggest sodomite because America is not Babylon the Great, aka Sodom in Egypt, man. It can sitting down, man. Okay, it's like when you go to Mark. Yeah, how should I told you that? Mark chapter 3, verse 23, right? Mark chapter 3, verse 24. If a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but he have an end. And that's when you know Esau, Edom is divided among each other, okay? Satan is divided against Satan, right? Wow. What just happened right there? Okay? And if a house be divided against itself, the house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. You see, Satan is divided against Satan right now, okay? They're speaking against each other. They wanted to destroy each other, man. And that's when you know Esau's Edom's house is divided right now. And Timusa is doing it, man. Okay? Timusa is making them to err in every ways, right? Let's go to Isaiah 19, verse 14. Isaiah 19, verse 14. Yahweh power have mangled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof, as a drunken man staggered in his vomit. You see Babylon, you see America, you see the Netherlands, you see the countries of Europe, man. They're erring in every works, okay? The Messiah put that perverse spirit in the midst of them, right? And there's nothing they can do about it. Okay, their wicked ways have reached the heavens. And there's nothing Esau, Edom, the so-called white man can do about it, man. Okay? The sins have just reached the heaven already, and nothing but destruction is gonna come, man. Okay? And that's the time like we live in, man. Okay, let's go to Job 20, right? Job 20, verse 5. That the triumphant knoweth though not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth, that the triumphing of the wicked is short, and the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment. See, the wicked time of the earth is short. Esau Edom time upon this earth, even though they've been ruling and rulership for over 500 years, is just nothing but a short time. It's this half a day to the Most High, man. Okay? Though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the cloud, yet he shall perish forever like his undone. They which have seen him shall say we're easy, and Esau Edom is about to be perished, man. And that's why you see this man is calling upon America, upon Russia, upon Iran, right, to destroy them, okay? And this is part of let's go to Genesis, right? Let's go to Genesis, man. Genesis, I think Genesis 19, verse 24. Genesis 19, verse 24. Then the Lord rained upon Sodom and upon Gomorrah brimstone and fire from Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua out of heaven, and he overthrew those cities and all the plain and all the inhabitants of the city and that which grew upon the ground. Okay, the Messiah gonna destroy it, gonna destroy those cities, those people, just like he destroyed Sodom and Gomorrah. Okay, because those nations are Sodom and Gomorrah and those times that we live in, man, and even greater. Okay, the abomination is even greater, man. Okay, because they don't hide those sins. They put those things onto laws. They put it up there for the world to see. And that's why Yahweh power by Hashem Yahushai gonna destroy them. And if you go to Jude, man, okay, Jude 1 verse 7, right? Even as Sodom and Gomorrah and the city about them in like matter, giving themselves over to fornication and going after strange flesh, are set forth for an example, suffering the vengeance of eternal fire. That's exactly what the Mosai have done, man. The Mosai set that city, Sodom and Gomorrah, as an example, and the Mosai gonna do the same to Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, because they're the main one that promoting Sodom, okay, sodomy, homosexuality, fornication, profane things, everything that's outside the temple, ungodly, wicked ways, okay, wicked devices of Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, man, and that's why they're gonna pay, okay. And let's go to Proverbs, right? 29 and 2. Proverbs 29 verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. What we see this man is doing is mourning. Okay, when you see all that wicked ways, and this man cannot fathom, cannot stomach the wickedness he's seen in his own country, that he want another country to come destroy them. Okay, and that's the same mindset that you, Yasha Allah, are supposed to be in. That to have the Most High destroy all the wicked place, all the wicked ways of Esau Edom, man. Okay, okay, and the wickedness we see throughout the four corners of the earth, especially by Esau Edom, okay, should make you mourn out here. Okay, mourn mourn to Yahweh power by Hashem Yahushai. That the Most High bring the destruction upon those nations, upon the wicked of this earth, especially Esau Edom, the so-called white man, man, for all the wickedness this man is doing upon this earth. This man ain't gonna stop. He's gonna keep being wicked, okay, upon this earth, man. And there's no stopping this man, okay? Let's go to Isaiah 3. Isaiah 3 verse 9. The shoe of the countenance do witness against them, and they declare their sin as Sodom, and they hide it not. Woe unto their soul, for they have rewarded evil unto themselves. You see, nothing but bad times is going to happen upon the Netherlands, Babylon, America, Russia, all those hidden nations. Nothing but bad times going to come upon them, man, because of all the wickedness they are propagated upon this earth, man. All the profane things they have done in the sight of Yahweh power by Hashem Yahushai, because they are Satanists, man, okay? They are Satan in the flesh. They adverse to the righteous way of Yahweh, Yahushua Mashiach, and that's what the Most High gonna bring them down, man. Okay. Let's go to Isaiah 32. Isaiah 32 verse 5. Isaiah 2 verse 5. The vile person shall be no more called liberal, not a child said to be bountiful. Okay, those people and those land, especially in the Netherlands, okay, in America, they call themselves liberal. Okay, they call the society a secular society. That's called liberal society. That do as you come as you are, do as you please, right? Democracy ran, okay, smart way ran, but you find out those people are not smart. They're stupid. They're foolish. Okay, for the vile, okay, for the vile person will speak villainy, and his heart will work iniquity. Okay, and as you see right now, those especially the Netherlands, the heart, the mind are working, okay, are working iniquity to practice hypocrisy and to utter error against Yahweh power by Hashem Yahushai. What they come with those concepts, two men making it fetish, right? It's just saying they're saying that the Most High is an error. Okay, it's supposed to be a man and a woman. Where they try to put two men together and then come with the fetish. Okay, I mean like that the baby gonna have two different DNA. Okay, of two men. Okay, that means they're doing they wanna do better than the Most High to make empty the soul of the hungry, and will cause the drink of the thirsty to fall. You see, this man was hungry. Okay, and the drink of the thirsty to fall. This man said, I cannot be in this society no more. His, his soul is empty. He's mourning. He's crying out loud because he see too much wickedness out here, man. And this man is scared for his land, for his people, for his nation. But it's too late. Okay? Okay? The instrument also of the church are evil. And what they're doing right now is evil ways, the wicked ways. They devise wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speak right. Okay? But the liberal devise liberal things, and by liberal things shall they stand. Okay? And by the liberal things they're gonna stand in their wicked ways. Okay? The Most High put a perverse spirit in the midst of them, and they're gonna stand by the perverse spirit, by the perverse ways, right? And that's why we see when you go to Romans, right? Let me see, Romans, right? 1, verse 25. Romans chapter 1 verse 25. Let's start 24. Wherefore, Yahweh power also gave them up to uncleanness, to the lust of their own heart, to dishonor their own bodies between themselves, who changed the truth of God unto a lie. That's exactly what those people have done. The truth of God unto a lie, and worship and serve the creature more than the Creator, who is blessed forever. Amen. Okay, they're gonna do their own ways. They're gonna do their own things out here. Okay, they're gonna mix two men together and bring an embryo, a fetus, right, out, and create a man, a child with two different DNA. That's what they want to do. Okay, for this cause, Yahweh power give them unto vile affection, for even their women to change the natural use unto that which is against nature, and likewise also the men living the natural use of women, burn in their lust, even to one another, man with man, work that which is unseemly, and receive in themselves that recompense of the error which was meet. What you're seeing right now, you see this the guy say they put a sodomite as a prime minister, like I read earlier in Sirach 10, as the ruler of the city is, so as all the citizen. Okay, as the ruler of the city is, so as officers, those people that put the lawmakers are the same way. They're all profane, they're all perverse. Okay, and they're going back to what put them into power. Their perversity put them into power, and by their same perversity and profane things, that wicked ways they're doing, gonna bring them down also, because this is the will of Yahweh power by Hashem Yahushai. Okay, let's go to First Corinthians, right? First Corinthians 6 verse 9. Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of God? Be not deceived, neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate, nor abusers of themselves with mankind. You see, those homosexual, okay, those sodomites, right? No effeminate, fornicators, right? If you go to the word fornicators, right? pornos, right? A man who posted his body to another lust for hire, a male prostitute, a man who indulged in unlawful sexual intercourse of a fornicator. You see, those people are doing unlawful things, unlawful sexual intercourse, right? And they promote those wicked ways, right? That's fornication out here. Okay, effeminate man, right? I got all that one verse. You got all kind of wicked things they're doing right here, and no abuse of themselves with mankind. Okay, the two men sleeping together out here. That's exactly what we see. Okay, verse 18. Let's go to verse 18. Flee fornication. Every sin that a man do is without the body, but he that committed fornication sin against his own body. Okay, and if you commit fornication, sin against his own body. That's exactly what you sin against your own soul. You sin against your own body, man, and you're gonna be judged for that. Okay, and that's exactly what we see in the Netherlands, America. Okay, nothing but judgment gonna come upon those places, man. Okay, and with that, I hope brothers and sisters edify. I'm gonna close this lesson by giving all praise, all glory, all honor, all blessing, all wisdom belong to our power, Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem Kakodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great millstone that teach us will well and will well to the Akwakodash, and salutation to you, Akiam, that's in highways and byways doing this work in truth and sincerity. Shalom.